got in here, but hold on. Wait a minute. It's you. I hardly recognized you with all the dust and grime from out there. Guess that explains how you got that door open. You've got more experience with it than most everyone down here.
This is an automated distress message from Vault Tech.
Wait here. This doesn't... You don't belong here anymore. Ma's up here, in the clinic. Ma's up there, in the clinic, with the rest of them. I've taken closer, but they don't know all of us.
Oh my God, you're back! You got my Oh, thank you! Everything's gone crazy since you left, and now that you're back, you... I just wish we could have saved more people. It was bad enough they died because my father was trying to keep the door closed. But then, I found out it was all to protect a lie. I found out the vault wasn't always closed. They've lied to us about it for our entire lives. After that night, I heard Wally's father say we should never have taken you or your dad into the vault. I found out the vault used to be open, but for some reason, they closed it off when we were babies and swore to hide that it didn't ever happen. Keeping that lie meant Jonas's death. And even though we know the truth, the Overseer still won't let us make our own decisions. You're absolutely right. It's not like we want to abandon the vault or anything. Well, Butch does, but he's too big a coward to go out on his own. Most of us had accepted that the outside was certain death, and things would always stay the same down here. But now we know they don't have to be. After all, it was enough to get you and your dad to leave, so there must be. I just don't know. Maybe he thinks he's protecting us, but all he... Well, there's a new world waiting right outside that door. I certainly hope so. What exactly? The person you should be convinced... The real problems came after you two left. The injured had nobody to turn to since our doctor had run off and his assistant had died. Now, we've got to rely on that old Mr. Handy for most of our medical needs. And he hasn't ever had an examination from someone with cold, metal pincers? You don't want to. Don't you get it? We still want this to be our... Hello?
Well, look at who came crawling back home. What's the matter? Homesick? Outside not everything it was cracked up to be? Or was it just that Daddy didn't want you anymore? Too bad. Really? Because you weren't here to talk with the last overseer. That's why I'm in charge now. Most of the people in here will just get themselves killed out there. You know that better than anyone. And while we're down here, I'm in charge. Like the goat said, to whom we owe everything, including our lives. The overseer, and that's me. You know what? I hear the last overseer tried being reasonable about things, and you killed him for his efforts. I think I'll skip the reasonable. Look what we have here.
Man.
It's good to see you again.
I just heard what you did. It was terrible, but I guess it had to be done. What's more, some of the people are saying I should be the new overseer. I'm sure you did everything you could to find another way. I know how stubborn he is. How stubborn he was. But you're right. We don't have time to grieve. The Vault needs a leader now. That makes the rest of this even harder. I realize that, and I don't blame you. If you hadn't been here, maybe one of us would have done the same. You saved us. But that doesn't change the fact that you killed the Overseer in cold blood to do it. And I can't let that sort of thing stand here. I'm sorry. You're a hero, and you have to leave.